All right, let me make this quick note before y'all actually get on me. Okay, look, I like some of the anime of this generation. Don't get me wrong. Some of the anime of this generation actually good, great. Some is masterpieces, but I'm just going to explain that further on into this discussion. But at the end, I will explain like some of the anime now and back in the day was masterpieces. But I ain't gonna explain all of them. But let me just go into the discussion. What's up, y'all? Y'all seen by the title why some anime in this generation isn't just the same. Let me just say this. Look, I love anime. Don't get me wrong, but some anime is just isn't the same like back in the day, like 2005, 2006. Around that time, y'all don't know Bleach came out around that time. I think I gotta look that up, but Bleach came around that time. One Piece came earlier. Um, um, Dragon Ball, and a lot more titles. Like those, but those anime shows actually had a good purpose. The anime now is just overpowered. You got overpowered anime. It get boring if you don't have comedy in it. And you also got isekais. Don't get me wrong. I like probably two titles of isekai, but the rest is just I just can't do it. Like the other isekai, like he just transformed to another world. He all just one superpower that, and eventually he just get all the powers all at once. So it's kind of like, what's the point of sending him to another world at that point? And he like 15, 16, somewhere around that age. And I'm kind of like, wow, like what the purpose? Why they even in school? Like they don't even go to school around that time. Like they just be traveling, doing everything that the plot tell them to do. All they either be in the gotcha game or a love roll calm game or something like that, and it just becomes hilarious and but at the same time it don't hit the same like the old generation. So it just look. Don't get me wrong. It's they good, but they don't hit the same like they did back in the day. It's just that's just how I think. That's just how I think about it. Because anime supposed to be about storytelling. Anime supposed to be there, yes. Anime supposed to be there, storytelling, and but that doesn't what it make. But that doesn't make the anime like animation can be there, but the story ain't there. It's just trash, and some anime just like that. Like it's just there for the animation, really. I don't know why some of these anime even get animation. Like some, like some today is just mind blowing to me. Like I don't understand why they even have that like into an anime. Overpowered characters is just kind of dull. Like if it ain't no comedy to it and nothing like that, who go watch it? Because the character overpowered already. So what is the purpose of him even getting Isekai to another world? And you gotta protect the other world from this demon threat or something like that. That kind of like a common thing now. Like I'm kind of I ain't getting tired of it, but still though I'm kind of looking for like a better way of isekais, like John Reincarnation, for example. John Reincarnation, one of the great anime actually. Man, I wouldn't call it a masterpiece, but it's great. It's close to masterpiece, but it's not necessary. Now, you know what? No. Let me change the masterpiece. Okay, like John Reincarnation masterpiece. Like some more titles masterpiece, like Vinland Saga. If y'all don't know what that is, I suggest you go watch it. It's actually good. A lot of people was hating on it because it came on Prime, it came on Amazon Prime. But even though people, I almost think people don't understand what good anime is if you don't hit them in their face. Like Vinland Saga hit me so. Villain Saga hit so different now. Like especially in this generation, like it's no wars, it's no nothing like that over the U.S. Overseas, yes, it probably be a war, some more stuff overseas, but not in the U.S. We is so much on our technology, and I'm on my technology too. So yeah, but but yeah, but basically it's just in that day and age, in that day and age, just taking over, and it's just like, what is the purpose of even war anymore? Like, what is the purpose of it anymore? And nowadays, you can't even say nothing right getting canceled. So you can't say this word, you can't say that word. And you say, you get canceled eventually. You either just, you either just, now, you know, if you got like a belief system, like you believe this or something like that, somebody go disagree with you. They probably go, they probably go bash you on the internet. They probably go bash you on the internet. There's a lot of social media out there that actually got so much toxic energy out there, and it just mind boggling to me. And it just, but let me just get back on topic though. I was just gonna say that for the another video, but let me get back on topic of the anime. But what I really think though is anime. Like some of the anime that people look at, just of course, yes, weird, yes. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, yes. Like so certain anime is weird, yes, but not a lot of anime. Okay, like some anime actually have a point. Okay, some anime actually funny and everything else, but I wouldn't necessarily call it weird into that standard because some anime is not actually weird. Some anime probably the best anime out there, in my suggestion, my own opinion, is probably stoic anime because it actually tell two events. Like any historic anime, like the Tanya Evil, that based on I think a Nazi soldier. That was based on, and but she's just a little girl that's based on a Nazi soldier, and then like I said, Vinland Saga that based on historical facts, sort of events. Like you can look at some of them names like Thokyo the Tar, um, Escalade. You probably look at some of the names, it won't be like the same exact person and nothing like that. They could be fictional characters, but some of them I know they're not fictional characters. And I'm up to date with the manga of Vinland Saga. It actually get better over time, so I don't know because a lot of people did videos on Vinland Saga talking about, oh, let's give it a chance. I was like, I thought Vinland Saga was actually in the masterpiece category. Like it was a masterpiece. Just pointing out like Vinland Saga is a masterpiece. I know I ain't the only one because Vinland Saga going to depth in so much stuff like war. And like I said, like we don't got war in the U.S., but overseas they do. Some in certain parts they probably do got war and everything else. So this is like the perfect time of Vinland Saga actually showing us this conflict. And a lot of people talking about how anime weird and everything. Like, let me just talk about the old fashioned anime. Like the 2006, 2005. Like a lot of y'all probably know Kenshi, the Mighty Disciple. Y'all probably don't even know what anime that is. Like it's a kung fu anime. So it ain't as real, okay? It's a kung fu real life anime, okay? Ain't none of this magic, ain't none of that, okay? It actually real, okay? What is Tenjo? That's another kung fu one, and that actually hit the same like Kenji the Mighty Disciple, okay? Like like these anime is actually realistic in my standards. That they're a lot more realistic and they make a lot more sense. But a lot of people probably don't know those titles of anime. Like they probably don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I go, but I go show y'all. I go show y'all a picture. Y'all probably I go re-edit it in here, but uh, but yeah, but y'all probably don't know what I'm talking about. And there's a lot of great titles out there, masterpieces that I suggest that people should watch, like Bleach, One Piece, Naruto, Vinland Saga, John Reincarnation, Tenjo, Kenji the Mind Disciple, um, One Punch Man. What else? Okay, I really can't think of that right now. So it's but there's a lot more anime out there that actually should be given a chance. Like there's a lot more anime out there. So when people call it weird, okay, I understand that some anime just there for the fandom. For example, High School DxD, that's for the fandom. But in reality, I'm there for. In reality, the plot is actually good. Some of y'all probably don't even go into the lore of the anime of High School DxD. Y'all probably just there for the fandom, but the lore in High School DxD is off the charts. Some of y'all probably like it's three houses of demons, devils, whatever they call themselves, but devils, three houses out of 72. It was yes, same like 72 houses. I guess it's talking about like the 80 demons of Solomon. I guess it was talking about that, but it's only three houses left, and it pretty much is a good plot. I don't want to say good. It's a great plot. Like the plot's great. It's just the fandom that get in the way. That's just all it is. Like if it was the fun the fandom, like people would be liking High School DxD. It would be season 5 by now. But due to a lot of stuff, I don't think it's coming back anytime soon right now. I don't think it's gonna be in possession anytime soon. I wish it come back because I actually like the plot. Like the plot actually good. The plot was basically about the red and white dragon emperors. Okay, they were supposed to face eventually. That was the point of it. That was the point of High School DxD eventually. Okay, that what it was. Okay, about the red and white dragon facing off eventually, and that's just my point of view of it. Like, you can call High School DxD whatever you want to call it. Like, you can call it fandom. You can call it uh the H word. I ain't gonna say it. Nah, but that's just how I look at it. Alright, y'all. This is just some of my masterpiece list. Some of y'all may not have these on your masterpiece list, but this is my personal opinion. That's just my own reference. Also, Vinland Saga getting a second season. You probably already know this, but if y'all haven't seen the first season, I suggest you go see it. It's actually good. And this actually explains Thorfinn as the character a lot more, but go ahead and see it. Closing the talk of the day, okay. Basically, it's just my personal opinion. Ain't none of this based off anything else but my personal opinion. That's just how I look at. That's just how I think anime is. But I don't like all that overpowered main character. I don't like it. Isekai, I like some isekais, but I don't like them all when they just get powers at the beginning. I just don't like it. That's just how I look at it. It gotta be comedy in it to make it seem good. And the character got facing a strong character just to get beat. That's how I look at it. Like it's a negative and positive side to look at it, but that's how I look at it. But that's just me. Y'all can watch any anime y'all want. I'm just saying, hey, some of this anime generation just don't hit the same. It's just some anime, well, it hit differently. Majority of them just the same formula. Isekai, like the majority of them isekais, majority of them overpowered main characters, and I'm just getting tired of everything in Crunchyroll or Funimation. Just a whole list of that. Majority of the time. But don't get me wrong, there are good anime out there in this generation. Some good anime out there in this generation. But that's just my closing topic. And I'll see y'all later on. So I'm out. Peace. If y'all do me one out, leave a like, subscribe to the channel.